time is it? It's coffee time. Happy wet Wednesday. It's raining out here, which is pretty good for business. So I stopped at Panera Bread this morning, got my coffee on my coffee subscription, so it was free. I paid $8.99 a month, get unlimited coffee. And I got my orange cranberry muffin. I warmed it up in the microwave and put butter on it. It's all buttery now. Looks good. Okay, just made my lease payment for the week. Now it's time to get my day started.
I was in the shopping center and I was about to go in Navy Federal, but I pulled out. The Navy Federal on the north side of town always has a hectic line. Plus with COVID, lines be out the door anyway. They only allow like 3 people in at once. So when I got my call, I pulled out of the shopping center and I heard, hey, and I'm thinking maybe something wrong with my vehicle. Sometimes people will flag you down and tell you something wrong with the vehicle. So I pulled over trying to figure out who's yelling, and I saw a guy and he's waving his hands, and I'm like, I'm on a call. He probably needed a ride. I'm like, I'm on a call right now. So.
Okay, I got my first truck, picking them up from Brooklyn, and we're going out to Baltimore. It's a taxi access truck. So I just dropped my customer off. And on the way there, I noticed I didn't have enough gas to get home. I had enough to get them where they were going, but not enough to get home. So I'm going to the gas station right now. I made it because that show was on E. So made it to the gas station. And also I don't put my PIN number in, because if they have a skimmer in it and they have your PIN, they can use your card online, as I've heard. That's how the scammers do. So I don't put my PIN in. I just enter, and it either asks you for your zip code. Gas tank on full. So now I'm headed back to my county. Now, because I'm out of county, I can't get work unless it's contracted. And I ain't riding around Baltimore looking for work. Look at the sun. The sun decided to come out. Look at that. It's looking real dreary at first. North of BWI. I rejected it. It kicked me off duty. And then I went back on duty and it sent me the same job again. I rejected it and it took me off duty again. So then I went back on duty and I got a job that's in Brooklyn Park. It's called in about 11:33. And it's only going maybe a mile, 2 miles up the road into Baltimore City. So I'm asking the operator to check and make sure the call is good before I go up there. So of course it's a tedious process. so I'm on hold now. Okay, so it was too long of a wait for the operator to contact the customer, so I just went ahead and contacted the customer. They did not need a ride any longer, so I canceled the trip out. I got a new trip in the south, so I'm on my way. So I picked my customer up and dropped her off. She was on the way to pick up her vehicle at the car shop. She tipped me really nice, so that was really good. Now I have another call I'm on my way to. On my way. And of course, she said something about the time, because I think she had been waiting about 45 minutes. And this next call I'm on the way to, they've been waiting, appears to be about 30 minutes. So we'll see. Speed bump. Should be, I think it's already. Okay, I'm here. So I just came from the north, dropped my trip off. We got to the address that he gave me, and he said, "This doesn't look familiar. I don't know what this is." I asked him, was it the right street, because it was the exact address that I was given. He said, yeah, it's the right street. This is not the house. So I said, okay, well, which way do I go? So we had to go back up because the street was coming to a dead end. So we drove up, and he said, okay, it's starting to look familiar. So we found the house. The address was nothing like the address that I was given, but got them dropped off. And I was coming out of the north, and it was a trip in the center, but it wasn't among the available trips, so I couldn't pick it. It's one in Severna Park, which is a little ways away, but I picked it, so I'm on my way there now. It's gonna take me about, I think it's saying about 15 minutes to get there. I don't know where they're going, so it's gonna be a surprise. I'm on my way. Was a dead run. So when I get a dead run that's, well, I won't say that. So the last trip was a dead run. I got out to the street. I could not find the address. The numbers jumped from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 104. And the address I needed was a 30 digit. So the last call was a dead run. I shouldn't have went. That was my fault. My bad. I shouldn't have went. I knew it was too far away, but sometimes you try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and you know, if they call, you come. So, but I could not locate the exact house address. I was on the street. The numbers jumped from 5 to 100, and I needed a 30. So I called the customer several times. They did not answer my call. I texted them, no response. So I'm on another trip. I got one as soon as I got them off my system. I got a new trip. Going to Pasadena. And I'm on the way down. Okay. I'm here looking for the house, and I'll probably take 1 or 2 more customers depending on where they're going, and then I'm gonna get me some food. Okay, I pulled into the driveway and turned around. I just called them. They said give them about 5 minutes and they'll be out. Okay, so I picked my customer up. He wants a round trip to Baltimore and back to Pasadena. He said he's done this trip before, so he knows round about how much it costs. So I told him he got to leave something with me, because sometimes people will do a round trip and they'll skip out on you. So I always ask for cash up front. If you're doing a long trip or a round trip, cash up front. The round trip ended up being really cool. It was my last trip of the day. The customer paid me up front. He priced it out correctly. He even tipped me on the end. We kikied and laughed the whole way there and the whole way back. And I made it back home in time to get my son to work. So now I'm having a late lunch with the little lady. Thank you for tuning in to Cabbie Chronicles. Please give me a like and subscribe to She Gigs It. Peace.